Hi, this is Ann Wimbush. I am True Believer. And I want to share my YouTube channel with you. I want to welcome everybody that has stumbled across me, who has found me. But I want to give you the birth of this channel and why it exists and how did it ever come into existence in the first place. So in September of 2023, God woke me up around 3 o'clock in the morning. And this time I was obedient. Sometimes you're tired and whatever, but you better believe obedience is better than sacrifice. Enough said. So the birth of Saving Show. He told me he wanted me to start in the consulting business. I said, okay, well, he said, call it Saving Show. I'm like, Saving Show? I'm like, God, that name sounds weird. I'm going to need you to explain it to me because I don't get it. He said this, well, I saved you first, right? I said, well, yeah. And then he said, and then I showed you how to build wealth. I said, oh, Saving Show. Now I get it. He said, now I want you to go and teach other people how to do that. And when we talk about wealth, it's not just about money, because some people already have the money. That's not what they're looking at, but they don't have no peace. Some people have money, but only some money, or a little money, not enough money. More bills at the end of the month than money. I would call all of us, because I was in the same boat, stuck in our relationships, stuck in our feelings, stuck in offense, stuck in pain, stuck in whatever your stuck is. He created this YouTube channel to help you get unstuck. Ann Wimbush at your service. So that means, who do I come to serve? Well, I'm coming to get humans just like me unstuck. That still might not be clear enough. So let me bring some more clarity. That person that I'm referring to clearly is a human. I got a list. I'm just going to go down the list because I already wrote this stuff out. Let's just go from my notes. So I got to get my notes just right. I left my mouse in the house, so y'all got to bear with me because I'm not starting over from the beginning. We're going to just keep doing this thing because I'm human. This is surely showing you my human side. So, first criteria, human. If you've experienced sexual abuse, I'm coming for you to get you unstuck. If you've been date raped or raped, I'm coming for you to get you unstuck. If you've had abortions, I'm coming for you to get you unstuck. If you're a daughter, a sister, a grandchild, a single mother, a wife. If you are a mother of adult children, I'm coming for you. If you are a grandmother, a child of God. If you are a godchild, if you are a godmother. Come on, computer, slide down. Not that far. Go back up. Go back up. Go back up. Let's see if it's an easier way for me to get it. Oh, yeah, this is much better. Okay, I got it now, you all. I'm embracing technology, but it was the last skill set that I started to develop. So bear with me as I go through this. Anyhow, so I stopped at godmother. Cousin, if you're a cousin, I'm coming for you to get you unstuck. If you're a neighbor, a friend, if you're broken, if you've been through physical abuse, I know I wore a bracelet though. If you've been through some type of physical abuse, if you're a cheater, if you're a liar, if you're a thief, and I mean any kind of thief. Let me tell y'all, I had to give up thievery early on. So I was at a friend of my mom's house. Her name is Angie. Hi, Angie. If you out there somewhere and run across this YouTube video, yep, I did it. But I'm gonna tell y'all, when you don't know God, he knows you. So I'm probably at this time, I would have to be around a 7 or 8, somewhere around there. And so Angie took us, and I mean, we got to escape from home. Y'all learn why it was an escape after a while when y'all learn more about me anyhow. Or go buy the book Courage Deep Within Me. That'll tell the whole story of that. I'm gonna put a pin in it and move forward. So I'm at Angie's house, and like I said, this was my introduction from the enemy, from the spirit of theft, to try to capture me and get me in that web. So I'm at her house, and now mind you, she done bought me some, this is when the, what do they call them now, leggings, or there's the shorts. I can't think of the name right now. I'm in menopause too, y'all. That's a whole nother thing. We can talk about that too. But anyhow, how your brain is a little foggy at times. But y'all know biking pants, biking shorts. That's what they were. Biking shorts. So she bought me these biking shorts. Actually, God, you never seems to amaze me. You knew I was gonna tell this story in this while. The shirt that she bought to go with my biking shorts was this green color, this bright green color. So like literally exactly this bright green color that I have on my nails right now. So anyways, she loses $10. And at this point, I mean, I'm trying to justify that I found $10. So I slid it into my shoe. She walking around talking about, to me, because my sister was there with me too. Has anybody seen $10? I lost $10. How many people know that a thief will help you look for what you lost? The person who stole it, they gonna stand there and help you look for it. I got another story about that too. Anyhow, we gonna stick to this story. But y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. That thief will stand there. Oh, what you lose? Oh my God, you did. Let me help you look for it. So I'm helping her look for it. She's like, I don't know where it could be. My 7, 8-year-old self. So anyhow, the day go on. Our weekend trip with her is almost over. And so all of a sudden, she like, I found the $10. Now, mind you, I'm like, oh wow. But in the back of my head is, oh my God, I thought I put it in my shoe. It must have fell out of my shoe. That wasn't nothing but God helping me. Because y'all got to understand, when you open up the door for a demonic force to come in, he taking, I call it hand power. He gonna take your hand power. Y'all will learn more about that definition later. But he gonna take your hand power. And then you gonna feel stuck. You gonna feel stuck. Because once he put his grip around, you know how hard it is to break a habit? Best to not start it at all. Best to not start it at all. So that's my little story about thief. But then let's back it up. If you scratch, look, they say if you scratch a lie, you find a thief. So that's why I put liar and thief together, because they go hand in hand. Look, hand in hand, hand in hand, hand in hand. Liar, thief, liar, thief. If you're a thief, you can lie. Well, that lying spirit took quite longer to get that one off of me. Anyhow, how about that thief one that didn't stick? After that day, I said, you know what? It must not be meant for me to steal. And that was the end of that journey with me. If anybody out here has faced affliction, so any type of sickness, any kind of disease, I'm coming after you to get you unstuck. Many of you might not know, I can share right now. Like, I mean, when I was little, I had so many sexual transmitted diseases. If you want to hear more about them stories, that's in my book called Made Over. That's the book before Christ. If you want to know what true believer looks like before Christ, her BC, before Christ, go read Made Over. That one right there, yeah, it's got all those dirty little secrets, all the stuff that I did in my past, like that led me to becoming true believer, because I had to overcome all of the adversity. I had to overcome all of those challenges, because I love my mother and I love my father. But the fact remains that they did not do a good job stewarding their household, just like so many other parents, and I was guilty of it too. We're caught up in religion and we're moving about based off the traditions and the things that we've been taught, when most often they're lies. We don't even know why we do what we do. When you ask, why do we do that? Because they told me. We never go fact check. We never go make sure that the information that we're receiving that is actually true. Well, how you know? Because my mama told me. How you know? Because my daddy told me. Because my cousin told me. I read it on TikTok. That's what people do these days. Because I seen it online. I got it from Wikipedia. We got to do, the Bible says, study to show thyself approved. So you can't just hear information. You got to go and facts check this stuff. You got to go do your homework. But most of us are lazy. And it's true. Most people lazy and they don't want to do the work. Most people don't want to start, and Myron Goldman likes to say, have, do, and be. So you can have the knowledge, the information, but then you got to go do the doing. Most people like to delegate that part. They don't want to do the do. But the thing about coming into the kingdom of God, can nobody do the work for you but you. Can't nobody transform you but you. God gave you that responsibility. You could look it up. If you think I'm lying, go read Romans 12, 1 and 2. Find out for yourself. Your responsibility. Like I said earlier, people are waiting on God when God is waiting on you. Period. Now we can move on. The next thing that the person that I'm coming for is, the people operating in divination. The witchcraft, the tarot cards, the tea leaf reading, the looking into the water, into the crystal balls, the psychics, all of that. I'm coming for you too. Because guess what? That was me. That was me too. A lot of times when you have this spiritual gift, God gives it to you for his glory. And then Satan takes it for your demise. He takes it so he can lock you up like a little bird, and so he could use you whenever he feels like. So he can have you taking people, and look, the horoscopes, that's in there too. I'm coming for all y'all. Let's get unstuck. You got one source, and that's the Holy Spirit. When the Holy Spirit becomes your one source, he will connect you with the proper resources so you can find your way, so you can get out of the dark. When you operating with Satan, he is not omniscient, he is not omnipotent, and he is not all night present. He got to put a team together just like you do. And the crazy part is, he's illegally operating. You got to give him your hand power in order for him to be legal. This is why Jesus came in an earth suit. He was all God and all man. Glory be to God. You got to have on an earth suit in order to operate on this earth. You got to understand that the principles and that God set up, the strategies that he's going to give you, he ain't breaking none of his own rules. God is not a man that he shall lie. We got to operate out of his principles, out of his laws, out of his strategies that he gives us. This is how we move the needle. And God says, I'm going to tell y'all right now, my people that's operating in doubt and fear and unbelief, faith is your first step. God says it's impossible to please him without faith, that he who comes to him must believe and believe that he is. And he is a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. This is the other thing he says about faith. This is over in Hebrews 11:1. Go read it for yourself. He says, now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. We'll get into that later, but I just needed to tell y'all that right there, right now, right there. Because I need my people that's stuck in divination to come out. I'm going to tell y'all, I was doing hair. And I'm telling this lady, like, all this stuff that I'm doing with these tarot cards and all this kind of stuff. And she like, Girl, that's divination. I say diva who? Because I don't know what divination is. That's why I ain't leave y'all there at just the word divination. And I went deeper. Y'all know what witchcraft is. Y'all know what all this other stuff that's connected to. Y'all know exactly what it is. Moment I say witchcraft and everything connected to it, voodoo, all this, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But when I use the word divination, don't nobody know what I'm talking about. Very few. I'm talking to the kids. Sorcery. Y'all know what I'm talking about. These the words the world use. So in the church, because that's where the church want to say divination, fornication. Don't nobody want to know sex outside of marriage. That's the problem. Anybody that is having sex outside of marriage is fornicating. Adultery. I love it. How Myron Golden says it. The world likes to put a label on that too and call it an affair. An affair is a good thing normally. Cheating on your wife or your husband is not. It's adultery. And you will have to pay for that too. Let's move along. As we continue, look, before I move along, I gotta say this. Going to Myron Golden, that Offer Mastery Live conference, that event, that affair, it taught me something. I can make up definitions. And oh, baby, you better, I was doing it already. But I guess in some things we do need permission. He gave me permission to own it. So I own it. And I make up definitions. And so that's why I told y'all, hand power, you're going to hear more about that. And I got some other definitions that I made up too. Y'all hear more about it later. But let's keep on going because I could keep this thing going for a long time. Anybody that has addictions, I was addicted to sex. That was my thing. Never drinking, smoking, all that kind of stuff. That wasn't me. But the sex, yeah, I was addicted to that. That is where the category that I fell into. So let's move along from there. What we got next? The cursing, the potty mouth. The cursing. Yes. Cussing. How about I say it like that? The cussing. We gotta let that go. I tried it. I was never that good at it. I could never quite put the combinations together. Now, my Auntie Dorothy, she knew how to do that. She was real good at that. But I never could quite. So I had to let that part go. I had to let it go. Jail time. Been there too. Have you all ever heard of that saying, no good deed goes unpunished? Yeah, I talk about that in the book Made Over. Crazy. I'm here to tell y'all, no good deed goes unpunished. Mind your own business is what the Bible says, so you can lead a quiet life. Do y'all know that lesson, minding your own business? In 2011, he gave me that word. And it wasn't until this year that I can say that I'm probably at 90% of, I ain't mastered it yet. It's still times where I need to mind my own business. And that's like being in the kingdom and moving with God. Sometimes he has you say something to somebody, but sometimes it's you who want to say something. You got to learn the difference. And look, I'm still working on that. Like I said, I'm about 90% there to mastery, but I ain't mastered that yet. So let's just keep working on it. Let's move along. My dancers, my cheerleaders, my ballroomers, even my topless dancers. I was you too. Tropicana was my name. I didn't even know God at that time, but I'm going to tell y'all this. I cry most days. My son father, he used to always be in the strip clubs or whatever. So he was, that's my baby mama. And I didn't know God. This was before Christ. But even then, I felt like a sheep in a wolf's den. They was in there doing all sorts of stuff. it was even during that time that the enemy came to entice me, to allure me, to present me with homosexuality. Yep, he gave me the choice, but I made a decision. But I'm telling y'all, I was at a very low place. A very, very low place. And I did not know God yet. I was in, like I said, I was in that strip club. It was everywhere around me. And I'll never forget it, because my son, father, he rejected me. He rejected me like no other. And I honestly, when people reject you, you want them even more. You want them even more. Whether you male or female, it don't matter. Whether you're a child and a mother, it don't matter. When you have rejection on you, when that spirit is placed on you, you want that person even more. Even for some people, they go, like, the rejection is so hard that they slip off and get a personality disorder. Like, they can pick up schizophrenia, where they begin to hear other voices, because them spirits like, oh, spirit of rejection is in there. Well, can I join you too? Hi, may I introduce myself? My name is anxiety. Hi, may I introduce myself? My name is depression. And so on and so forth. Oh yeah, when a spirit of rejection comes on you, it want others to join the party. That's how I'm gonna say that. Let me say this to y'all too. Know this. Just like Adam and Eve were tested. Adam and Eve were tested. We're tested too. Every single day when you wake up, you have a test before you. And before we can go to the next level, we got to pass our test. So the test of homosexuality, I was able to pass that test. But you better believe I failed so many others. When that spirit of sexual perversion was placed on me, it opened up a floodgate. Like I said, you end up sexual abuse, spirit of perversion, you become labeled in the spirit realm. And they begin to attach themselves to you. Everybody that's wearing the same spirit, they know it's you. They say, hey, Bertha walked in the room. Let's touch her. Let's molest her. Let's fondle her. Let's rape her. Bertha's in the house. Big Bertha, big booty Bertha. That's why I had to get rid of that. Big booty Bertha in the house. Let's rub on that big booty. Let's turn her over. Let's do this. Let's get her to sleep with me, my cousin, my uncle. I'm going to put a pin in it. Remade over. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But you're not just going to read a book to read a book. You're going to read a book so you can get unstuck. Those people that have experienced sexual traumas, sexual abuse, know that you still operating in a spirit of perversion, that you swang the door wide open. That spirit is not just laying on you, because there's consequences to our choices. That spirit land on your children too. And the thing about it is, when we don't speak up and we keep things in darkness, parasites begin to grow. When things are in darkness, it gets to grow. When we shine the light on it, all that's got to die. So you have to reveal to heal. In the black families, I have to touch on this because I'm right here right now. In the black families, we're taught, keep a secret. That's our house. That's our business. That's stay in our house. It ain't so. It ain't so. That is not so. Shine a light on it. When you reveal to heal, you become the light. Then you begin to shine the light on all of that offense so you can stop it. When we have iniquities, when we have generational curses, God says in his word, it goes from 3 to 4 generations. Clearly, I was the 3rd or 4th generation. When I go back, I can only put my own business out. But you better believe that that sexual abuse was in my family generations before me. I'm going to talk about that too. Oh, Malachi 2, 1 and 2. Oh, God gave me something good for that. That's going to be a whole nother video. I suggest you watch it. Anyhow, let me get back to this. And my computer just keep on shutting down when I don't mess with it. It goes to sleep. Anyways, I went into the next one without even knowing I was going there. So we were just leaving dancer, including topless dancer. I'm talking to you. You're a person that your sexuality's been tested. So I don't got to go back over that. Which then takes you into low self-esteem. You have no confidence. You end up operating in a spirit of arrogance to try to cover up your lack of no confidence. Then we also can develop other personalities in this state because we lack confidence. We are injured, battered, and bruised. We have low self-esteem. So then we create a personality for ourselves, and that is called a narcissist. Narcissistic people are just really at the core of it, people that have been afflicted, injured. They bought into the lie because they were trying to protect themselves. Narcissists are not born, they're created. We are all born into sin. Pick and choose. It's so many out here. So we are created to do wonderful things for God. But then when Satan is let in through a crack in the door, he comes to tear it all up. And then we don't know no better. We don't know God. We don't know. He know us, but we don't know him yet. So we got to protect ourselves because somebody else is trying to control us. Somebody else injured us. So clearly we can't trust nobody else around us. So we got to do this thing ourselves. And most often we're kids when we make this decision. So we don't even have the mental capacity to understand what we are about to do to ourselves. So we create personalities. Now, we were born a girl. We don't want to be a girl. We prefer to be a boy. We were born a boy. We don't want to be a boy. We prefer to be a girl. We got one personality, but we might as well just give ourselves more personalities. So schizophrenia, like I said, okay, but that one don't fly with me because I'm too perfect. I'm more superior. I'm better than everybody else. So I'm going to adapt the narcissist. I'm going to take that one because I'm selfish. Why should I be selfless? Nobody cared about me. Why should they matter? Nobody cared about me. Nobody took care of me. So guess what? From here on out, I'm going to be all about myself. Narcissist. But guess what? I came for you too. I want you to join me too because I'm going to have something for you. I want to get you unstuck as well. Then I got the shy introverts. That was me because my voice was stolen. So everybody thought I was shy, that I was quiet. Nope, not really. That wasn't who I was. God had a whole nother plan. So then you have the colorful extroverts. And that would be me too. But inside, honestly, when I'm done doing all this, I do like quiet time. When I come home, it is my sanctuary. I'm done talking. I was a hairstylist for 30 years. So, I mean, I enjoyed it. Like, I love that energy. Like, I'm a very enthusiastic person. Like, this is who I was created to be. Oh, just free to be me. However, I'm a human being. So I also need to bring it down. Like, down to zero and go to sleep. So anyhow, I'm coming for you too. My entrepreneurs out there, like I told you for a long time, I thought it was God first, family second, and then my ministry was business. Like, that's what I thought. So much more. So my entrepreneurs, I'm coming for you. My hairstylist, because that's who I was, loving to create, loving to make people beautiful. Yes, look, inside and out. Come get the new you. So yes, hairstylists, my interior designers, my architects, all of those people. because you like to create too. My artists, all of those people. Like, God gave you such a gift. My spoken words, my poetic people. Like, I'm coming, anybody that's in that create space, like you love to create, I'm coming for you. Come on. Come watch my channel because it's for you too. Then I have the real estate investors, the real estate agents. I have the landlords. I'm coming for you too. Then I have the writers, the authors, the speakers, the coaches, the teachers, the prophets, evangelists, pastors. I'm coming for you. The ministers, the prophets, that fivefold ministry. I'm coming for you. My ladies that's been sitting in the pews for 30 years, sucking up somebody else's spot. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for every child that God has. That's why he had me to create Save and Show YouTube channel. Save and Show Enterprises. Why? Because God first saved me, and then he showed me how to build wealth. Peace. I'm out.